Hey y'all, it's the girl Lady J, and welcome back to my channel, The Southern Lounge Room, where I bring you female rap commentary as well as a little bit of urban news tea. So before I get into this video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join me and lounge with me on Instagram and Twitter at Lady J Lounge Room. Now let's get into the tea. So let me start off with ex-11 hip-hop star female rap artist Bianca. So Bianca has something to let off her chest amidst the Bruce soundtrack dropping, which was a quote-unquote all-female rap artist project. So I don't know if old girl was feeling some type of way, but this is what she had to say. Female rappers don't help other females get on in this industry. They are all catty and intimidated when someone else has real talent. They only rock with who's signed to labels, even if they make trash music or can't rap. Now, I must admit the statement in and of itself is true to an extent, because a lot of these rap girls who were signed to major labels can't rap, in my opinion. However, I also think she was irritated by the fact that she didn't get that call or request to be on this album, especially since she allegedly has somewhat of a relationship with Cardi B, because artists like Ambry and Big Bottle Rihanna, who I don't know if I'm saying that name right, correct me if I'm wrong, they were called to be on this album, and I never heard of them before, so they were brought to the forefront due to this soundtrack. Now, even though Bianca never mentioned this being specifically about Cardi or even the Bruce soundtrack in general, Latto did jump into the on-site comments to quote-unquote defend Cardi B, even though Cardi was never mentioned. This is what Latto had to say. Cardi do a lot, in my opinion, voluntarily. She put me in WAP, Bruce movie soundtrack, thanks to Halle Berry too, retweets my music, posted my album to her story, etc. But I do agree it's rare. Now, like I say, I don't know what prompted Latto, who is a signed music artist and is getting somewhat of a push, I don't know what prompted her to defend Cardi in this instance when Bianca was specifically talking about unsigned female artists and underground artists. And this is what irritated Bianca, because, you know, she responded with this. And you are a signed artist. I would like to see females who are big artists already, who have the money and the bigger platforms, put artists on who are talented like myself and are not signed, and give them a chance. That's my point I'm trying to make. It's easier to work with these artists when you are signed with the people who pull the strings. Even if you are not good at rapping and making music, or not bigger artists will work with you, they rarely give females who are talented without deals any help music-wise. And again, to an extent, that is true. However, that's why female artists do sign deals 9 times out of 10, because they know they'll probably get more of a back end and a push and a budget than if they are independent, because the industry ain't making no money off you if you are an independent artist. So of course, they ain't trying to help you unless you're talking about signing that dotted line. I mean, just look at Sweetie, prime example of a rap girl who can't rap to save her life, but because she is signed and has those connections, she gets a push, she gets collabs, she gets the deals, and she gets all that with bigger artists. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Now, speaking of Latto, she posted a video to TikTok and then reposted it to her Twitter and captioned it Latto Menage, which was too close to the timing of her having just dry defended Cardi in response to Bianca's opinion in on-site's comments, okay? So she was accused by Stan Twitter of being a quote-unquote fake Barb. So Latto responded to a user who mentioned her. This user had this to say: "Stop D-Ride and mentioning Nicki for bait when you work with the next bid out of being bitter because she still ain't said ish to you." Now, Latto responded with this: "Y'all are weird AF, LMFAO. I thanked Cardi for what she's done for me, and I said what I said. I've been very vocal about loving them both, so suck my D. I'm fine without a feature. I don't pay homage just to get a feature." Now, I didn't realize calling yourself Latto Menage and having a Barb was paying homage, but you know, whatever. After trending on Twitter because of her response to the so-called Barbs, and I say so-called Barbs because sometimes people use Nicki, Abby, and handles, but are not always real Barbs, and just be trying to stir the pot between, you know, Stan Twitter. So she went on to say this: "Because literally, it's not that serious. I doubt Nicki and Cardi even care this much. LMAO. I love them both. And yes, I'd love to collab with both artists, but I promise I'm not going to die if I don't get a feature from either of them. Sorry, I'm a real beef first, and they so-called beef don't concern me." Okay, so interesting statement for someone who has been a self-proclaimed Barb in the past and to be a certified Barb now. So that goes to show you how they do once they get in the industry, which for her career is probably best for her to remain neutral. But to Nicki fans, you look like a fake Barb. A Twitter user responded to her TikTok video that she posted on Twitter and claimed that she was using Nicki name for clout because she dropped new music, to which Latto responded and said, "Bro, I said Latto Menage because I'm moving like her and making facial expressions like her in a blonde bang bob." So she then went on to say, "One more thing, before I stop talking about this, I don't blame any fan base as a whole. That's weird. I'm talking to whoever talking to me. Now I'm done addressing this or mention anyone name, good or bad. Y'all win." Now, honestly, she could have ignored this altogether and avoided this whole situation, but these new artists believe in, you know, having everything being responded to. They believe everything warrants a response, thanks to artists like, you know, Cardi B, okay, because Coyle Ray does the same thing constantly, so does Megan, so does the City Girl. So I just think they need to learn to leave Stan Twitter arguments alone and learn that everything doesn't warrant a response, because it's to start drama like this. And of course, but you know, they want to be trending. So anyways, interestingly, after all this, Cardi B was caught liking a shady tweet about Nicki Minaj after all this went down. So a Bardi Gang user who was arguing with Nicki fans said that Nicki is a flop, period. Y'all masked by, and that's the only thing going for y'all. You guys had a big 3 collab and couldn't even make it last more than 5 weeks. Sad. Now, this tweet didn't have any likes except for one, and that one like was from none other than Bardi B. Now, this just goes to show Cardi is definitely involved in Stan Twitter. She's definitely watching. She wants engagement from the Barbs, especially after dropping a song and getting prepped to host the AMAs. Like, this is baiting them on purpose. I mean, the girl already follows Nicki hate pages on Twitter and Instagram that do nothing but talk down on Nicki Minaj and other drama, but yet she claims that she doesn't like she doesn't like blogs that talk down on her or any other black women, and how she always trying to defend black women and how she's all for unity, but yet you follow these hate pages that literally say nothing but negative things about Nicki Minaj. So Nicki been MIA, ain't mentioned this girl, and here you are pressed with the newborn. It's getting weird. Now, she did quickly unlike this tweet, but thanks to screen recording, we got that ad in HD, and this wouldn't be the first time that she was caught trying to troll Nicki or follow Nicki topics. Talk about a mess, child. So y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on all this below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and lounge with your girl on Instagram and Twitter at Lady J Lounge Room. I'll see y'all in the next video, fam.